Do you experience a lot of low back tension or stiffness during a workout or even afterwards? Well, I'm going to show you 3 simple moves to help prime or warm up your low back before you do any type of activity, whether you're at the gym or just doing stuff around the house. First thing we're going to do, on our hands and knees in what we call a tabletop position. And from here, we're going to simply do a cat-cow stretch. What the heck is that? Well, that's kind of dumping into extension, sinking belly towards the ground as we try to look up towards the ceiling. And then next, we're going to push the ground away and really around the spine as we look down. And if you're already stiff, you're going to feel some stiffness during this stretch. If you have any discomfort or even pain while doing this stretch, just go within your safe range of motion. So for instance, if I go down, I feel a lot of stiffness right here. I know I can go further, but I'm just going to rep this out within my safe range. And then as I do more repetitions, I'll start to loosen up more and more. So I just do 10 of these back and forth. I already lost count, but you'll feel this loosen up as you rep it out. So that's number 1. Number 2 is more of a movement flow between yoga positions. What I'm going to do is just sit back on my heels into a child's pose position, stretch out, feel that low back stretch, hang out here for about a second, and then I'm going to go low to the ground and transition into a nice cobra pose. Oh yeah, and that feels tight. Again, just going into the range that's comfortable. Stretch it back out into that child's pose. And again, I do anywhere from 5 to 10 of these back and forth. Again, just going within your safe range. Don't be a hero. And as you do more, you should be able to go further and further, especially into this cobra pose or extension. And you can hold it for a couple seconds if it feels good. All right. That's movement primer number 2. Number 3, we're going to start to work some rotation into it. So I'll go from the front this time. So I'm still on my hands and knees in that tabletop position, and we're going to do what we call thread the needle. So you're going to take one hand, start to reach between your arm and your thigh here, and really stretch that out. Now, I can tell this is stiff. You can rep out one side at a time, but I like kind of flowing back and forth. Plus, you can really compare the side to side. I can tell I feel a lot stiffer going to my left than I do going to my right side. The most important thing is trying to stay centered. So I'm not trying to shift my spine to reach further. I'm trying to stay neutral and just take what it'll give me. And as I rep this out, it'll start to loosen more and more. Again, just doing 10 on each side. Just after doing a round of those, I already feel pretty loose and I'm primed for my workout. If you have a lot of stiffness, run through this a second time. It's not a ton of time. You could do 2 rounds in about 5 minutes. I like to call these movement primers because it primes your spine for whatever activity you're going to do. I kind of hate the term warm up because everybody skips the warm up because it's boring. This way we can implement natural human movement, start to get the blood flow into the areas that need it most. So if you got a lot of tension, before, during, or even after your workouts or just everyday activities, implement this movement flow for a quote-unquote warm-up, or you could start the day off with this. Drink your coffee, get mobile, feel better, live happier. You get the gist. And if you like this content, give it a like. Subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let me know if you want to see more of these movement primers or just movement flows in general for specific areas of your body. If you let me know in the comments, I'll curate my next video for you.